I would say Rinaldo's really a hit parade, but it's kind of underrated in that respect. People think of Alcina and Caesar, but Rinaldo is absolutely up there where every aria is kind of a banger. So much good coloratura, so many beautiful slow arias, some of Handel's most exquisite works. And the thing I love about this character, it's really similar to what I love about a lot of Handel heroes, where you get both sides of the hero. You get the big heroic, triumphant fellow, but you get a lot of ardent music, a lot of real love, and I think he's a little bit more on the side of love than some of the other Handel heroes. So he's a really an emotionally sensitive hero, and so I just really enjoy that, getting to sing that kind of music as well.
Yeah, I think Harry Bickett was saying as well that the whole point of Rinaldo is the choice between love and war, and Rinaldo is torn between being distracted in a way by his love for me, and then actually
duty to me.
and duty to you.
Yeah.
And the first section is us going, stop thinking about love, get on with the war.
Yeah.
We need to finish this sort of thing.
Exactly. And I think I've kind of hired you, or at least Harry also suggested that you're like a mercenary for me, and that I'm the commander in chief, and we're at the cusp of victory, and I just need you to finish the job, and you're getting distracted.
So distracted.
And so,
what can you say?
Exactly. So I just want you to finish the job and get it done. There's time for this later.
But there's a lot of heart there, for better and for worse.
We should maybe say that Goffredo, Paula, is my father.
That's right. Yes.
So that's nice.
In real life, you mean? Yes. I thought so. Yes.
Yeah, so we are part of the Christian camp. So the way we're doing it in the concert is that on the right-hand side are the Christians, that's us, and then on the left are the heathens,
the barbarians.
There is the Saracens.
It's a great magic opera as well. There's a lot of sorcery.
Yeah, and I get stolen away by the sorceress who desires to be with Rinaldo.
Yeah, and then I follow suit.
Yeah. He follows.
Much to our dismay, which we try to keep you.
Speaking of distraction,
But you try and rescue me as well, and then get met by a witch who sort of stops you.
Exactly. We've come to rescue both of you.
Yeah. As one does.
In the end, everything's fine, I think.
Yeah.
Even the witch becomes...
Well, she converts as well.
To the good side.
Conversion to the good side.
Yeah. And she even breaks her wand.
Oh, I wonder if we're going to do that in the real...
I think so.
We've got a few props in the show. We've got handcuffs, which I'm really enjoying. Really hurt me a lot. We've got a couple of little knives.
Yes. Well, this is the joy of these English concert tours, is even though it's Handel in concert, it's really as dramatic as a staged opera performance, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harry really insists from the beginning. The thing I love that I wish every conductor would do, the first rehearsal when we do each aria, he's explaining to the orchestra the emotional meaning of each aria and of what they're playing. And it then just immediately comes alive in such a new way. So from top to bottom, the whole production is really, it's about the drama. It's not just about the music, even though we have no costumes.
She calls it story time. It's so sweet. Like, now it's story time.
Yes, and he does. He sits, and then I recall the last tour I did with him, he sat down at one point, he said, everyone gather, and it literally was like reading a child a book. He's reading, telling everyone the story of the opera, but it really makes a difference, and it's why they play with such vigor and intensity and brilliance.
Yeah, of course we forget that they don't actually have our parts written in their scores or or our words or even who we are. It's just literally just music for them.
Yeah.
So that must really help.
But they're so conscientious every now and then. I go, no, what was that last word? So that they're like ready. It's in the links and everything. So I was noticing a lot of writing in the scores and the parts yesterday, actually. The rest, it's linking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Truly. Best in the biz.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be Lascia Chiunga.
Hey!
It's got to be.
Fine.
Listening to it today, it's just so melting.
Yeah.
It's one of those pieces. And I will say the Cara Sposa, of course.
Thank you.
It's just No,
No, I would probably choose Lascia Chiunga as the number one highlight of the opera. No pressure.
No, there's a reason why it's so famous. It's like there are so many different arias in the piece that are incredible, and even now I'm listening to them again and again, being like, each time I hear them, they're more special.
Yeah.
But then Lascia just stands aside because it's like so simple, and direct and
Yeah.
also so repetitive that it's like any sort of pop song. The more you hear it, the more the chorus is repeated. It becomes like an earworm.
Yeah, and it just pulls at your heartstrings.
Yeah, and so it does sort of knock everything else.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, there's a
think
bit of
so.
pressure
I
behind
think
it
so.
for that reason
Yeah.
for me to sing it. But
There is, but
luckily
I
I've sung
loved
it.
what Harry said to you the other day about actually in the moment.
Yeah, it's not just
It's
sad.
defiant, and
Yeah.
I never knew that
No,
because
to be honest,
I'd
neither did
never
I.
heard of it in
Yeah.
like I never.
One for all of
people
us.
saw
It's
it.
our first time doing this opera. So.
Yeah,
So I actually really loved hearing that, and it subtly but changes it.
it does. Yeah,
It was brilliant.
just
I
doing
just
that
loved-
little recit line
Yeah.
before it begins
Mhm.
Yeah.
in an angry way
Yeah.
suddenly changes the whole aria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very.
And it's a bit like the orchestra is on your side. There's something so communal about it, but like with a drive, not just a kind of a laid
Yeah.
back pathos. It's not.
No.
Just
And I was
pathos.
thinking today, like the repetition of the same tune, the same words over and over again is like the prison walls that she's in. Like every time she turns, she sees the walls again there and there surrounding her, and it's just. But yeah, that the prison is music in itself.
Yeah.
Not a bad prison to be in.
It's true. It's true. I'll say for me too. There are two arias in this role that I sang on my senior recital in university and undergrad. Cara Sposa and Venti Turbini, two gems also from this opera.
Yeah.
And so I recently actually found a journal that I had made, like an electronic journal entry back in the day, where I had written out my like Baroque dream roles, and and it was like Caesar, Rinaldo, these couple of roles, and I put under Caesar and Rinaldo, I said, eventually, but not before 2025 or 2026 or thereabouts.
That's so specific.
It was really funny because I was thinking like, oh yeah, in 10 years, 12 years, I'll be ready to sing these
Oh my
roles.
god, I didn't even know these
And-
years existed when I was that age. I didn't think that far.
I'm a planner. I'm very type A,
Yeah.
clearly. But so it really feels special to have kind of arrived at this moment now, getting to sing
Yeah.
this role for the first time, as if I somehow preordained it more than a decade ago.
Oh, we should also mention that aria, which I don't know the name of, but it ends Act 2,
Oh yeah,
where Tom
Wolf
Foster,
far guerra.
the harpsichord player,
harpsichordist.
the one who isn't Harry Bickett, has got all these incredible
It's like a
harpsichord
concerto
solos
in the midst
that
of
he'd
this
written
aria.
himself,
Yeah.
learnt off by heart, and now
Yes.
and I've never heard
Spectacular.
anything like it.
Yeah.
No.
So
There was a
I come to
spontaneous
it.
kind of like
for that
giggling
alone.
last night.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just
Yeah.
so.
It's
He's
so
like
good.
doing
just-
crossing
Oh, yeah.
hands and
So virtuosic.
like the whole keyboard's used. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone's just sort of standing filming him as he's doing
Yeah,
it.
I
but it
know.
is, and the harpsichord is that kind of instrument where we just think of the limitations of the instrument often. with,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he is showing us what's fully capable
Blows it out of the water.
on the harpsichord.
It's really, I think it's the highlight of the show. Actually,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
For me, it's really just that universal tug of love and duty.
Yeah, all Handel just seems to cut straight through any boundaries and just goes, here's the emotion. What do you want to feel? It's real
Yeah.
today as much as it
Yeah.
was back then. For me,
Well, especially
anyway.
the way we
emotions
can bring
don't
it to life.
change, do
Yeah,
they?
change.
Even with the
No.
sort of the context changes, but the emotions never change. Humans always feel deep love, anger, jealousy,
Yeah.
fury, all
Yeah.
those like huge emotions and Handel just knew how to write those into the music. And there isn't that much to be done by us even. We just have to sing
Tell
it as well
his
as we
story,
can.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's
What I'd
done.
say too, what I think makes his operas, and especially this one, so brilliant, is that not only the male characters but the female characters. He had this kind of understanding of the female psyche somehow as
Yeah,
this
I've always thought that. Yeah.
German man living in London. I mean, in a time
Yeah.
where men, I just think we've come a long way since the early 18th century.
I think the women
but he-
in those, as in the singing women that he
Yeah.
would have known and consorted with, probably were very fiery, strong
Yeah.
personalities.
Yeah,
Must have inspired
Yeah.
him, because otherwise.
clearly.
There aren't many kind of weak female characters in Handel operas.
No,
Just
they're often the strongest and they're the
Yeah.
ones who make everything happen. Yeah, just
in all opera, in fact.
Yeah.
Some of his most strong characters
The women.
are
Yeah.
Handel women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting.
One thing I love about how English concert perform opera is that as a newcomer to opera, you will be seeing the interaction between the orchestra and the players and the singers. I love that.
Mhm.
And the fact that we do it in quite a dramatic sense. It's very easy to follow the story.
Mhm.
And well, relatively as complicated as it can be, but we can follow the stories. But I think actually the great thing about the concert presentation is to see how the orchestra are like breathing with us and playing with us instead of being in a pit.
Yeah.
So I love
It's a lot
that.
to see.
There's a lot to see. You'll never be bored. You're always looking for the next. And like you said, you're going to hear a harpsichord concerto like you've never heard.
But the amount of dramatic fire that the players bring, that's what I love. That I'll say my wife, when she's come to see me with the English concert before, she said, "Oh yeah, you were pretty good, but I really loved watching the orchestra.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, that cellist and that bass player and that violinist and that, like, they are so in it as much as we are, which is not always the case."
And there are lots of solos picked out, and you know, it's like any time you might be getting bored, there's like suddenly a huge virtuosic recorder solo.
Or even like Venti Turbini, which is one of my favorite arias, one of the big Rinaldo arias, starts with the concert mistress playing essentially an incredible violin concerto. Also, it's just like a 1 minute, virtuosic display, and then I come in with a bunch of super fast coloratura as well, and the energy that Nadia, that they all bring to it, it really lets us feed off of each other. And especially as we go city to city and ultimately arrive in London for the final performance of this tour, it just gets tighter, it gets better. Everyone is upping their game as you go from Macau to Shanghai to Beijing, whatever, just you get more and more into it, you get more and more comfortable and more confident. And by the end of the tour, we're like a close-knit artistic family. It's really special.
Yeah.
Also, something crazy about Handel particularly that I think people maybe underestimate, and I'm not blowing the trumpet of us Handel singers because, well, I am actually. It's really hard to sing this music, and I don't think that I think it's obvious to see when you come to a concert like this, because you suddenly think, oh my gosh, like, you have to do everything. So slow singing, really fast singing, incredibly long phrases. You don't really get that in like Mozart opera or Puccini or Strauss or even Verdi. You just don't get that sort of crazy virtuosity that we're all putting our bodies through. It's not something you can do just sitting,
No, and there's something extra special about the distilled stillness of a Handel slow aria that I don't think
it stops time.
It just stops time. It's not. I don't find
hard
it.
to do.
It's so hard. But it's magic. And that's the beauty of it. And I think when we're talking about also an audience coming to see that, to have the ferocity of Venti Turbini and then just totally stripped away for Lascia, or I have a lovely, beautiful, just a moment kind of in time, this beautiful slow aria in the third act. And it's just me and continuo for a lot of it. And it feels like a duet. And it's so beautiful, very tricky, but as you said, but so different.
And that's why it resonates so strongly 300 plus years on.
It's a good show. I mean, you come and see people putting themselves to the very edge of their abilities. I think that's exciting. It's like watching a tennis match, like what's going to happen? And they may at any point just explode.
Hopefully we don't. You have to come and see.